Hey everybody, Ashley here from Sexton-Brewing.ca, and I'm here today with another homebrew review. So, a while back, I just decided to brew a simple, 5-gallon batch of a blonde ale, nothing super spectacular. Just used 10 pounds of two-row, I think 0.3 ounces of Magnum at 60 minutes just for bittering, as I normally do. And then I used my homegrown Hallertau that I had frozen in my freezer from last year's harvest. And I used, I think, an ounce of that at 15 minutes and then an ounce at 5 minutes. And then that was it. Toss it into the fermenter, pitch some USO5 dry yeast, no starter, nothing like that, just pitched it right in. Original gravity was, I think, 1054, 1057, and it finished off at 1010. Which gave us a final ABV of 5.7 with an IBU of 24. Now, this is and is not that beer. This is still the blonde ale, but I decided to do something a little different. What I did, I drew off 1 gallon of that blonde ale into a small 1-gallon fermenter, or a 1-gallon carboy, and in it I added a bunch of frozen blueberries. Anybody who knows me or has been around me, either digitally or in person, knows that I'm not a big fan of blueberries in beer. I often find that they come off pretty muted and don't really add too much, but I decided, you know what, might as well poke fun at myself and just make a blueberry beer, because why the hell not, right? So here we go. This is the blueberry blonde ale. Yeah, the blueberries, they're just frozen blueberries. Nothing special about them. I didn't fresh pick them from my garden or anything like that. It's just frozen variety. So just get into a glass and see if we got something that resembles a blueberry beer. So yeah, just blonde ale. It's a relatively bland style and boring. I think when I did that batch, I was just had an itch for doing something, and I just had those ingredients on hand, and it's pretty easy to cobble together. So color on this is looks very nice. It's not blue like people would assume a blueberry beer should be. Blueberry beer should never be blue. It sort of has this purplish type of hue to it. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera. Clarity though for the beer, it's very nice. A little bit of chill haze, but I can look straight through that and see the other side. I bet you if it was room temperature, there'd be no chill haze whatsoever. Obviously, there'd be no chill haze, but yeah, I'd be able to see straight through. But I mean, overall, it's a pretty good looking beer. Got about 2 inches there, or 2 fingers of a fluffy white head, tight compact bubbles, different sizes. Looks pretty good. So let's just get an aroma. So I definitely pick up some noble hop characteristics from the Hallertau. A little bit of spiciness to it. Nothing too vegetal, just a sort of something that comes across a little zippy. Well, not much else. I'm not getting blueberries or anything like that on the nose. Maybe a touch of residual sweetness or something like that. Maybe a little something from the two-row, maybe a little touch of white bread type of thing. Anyways, visually looks fantastic. Smell, it sort of smells the part, sort of what I expect. So let's get into her. Cheers. And as with most blueberry beers, I'm let down. It's not a bad beer. Tastes like a slightly amped up blonde ale. It's tough when you're using homegrown hops. You don't really know what the alpha acids are, so you're sort of guessing. I'm guessing the alpha acids on this were a little bit high. It definitely comes across a little bit more of a hoppier blonde ale. I mean, it's not encroaching on a pale ale territory or anything like that, but it's definitely sort of outside of the style for a blonde ale. But as for the blueberries, I mean, other than color, You know, and that's pretty generous with the amount of blueberries I used. You know, for a 1 gallon batch, which isn't a whole lot. I think I added at least 2 cups of frozen blueberries. There was a fair amount. But yeah, I'm not really picking up on the blueberries whatsoever. Now, what I will say is that I did a second variant of this with the same idea, but in the second batch I used mangoes. So I'm really interested to see how that one turns out. That I did it the exact same day I did this one, so that one should be ready soon. All in all, though, I mean, really for an experimental beer, I'm just taking something that's relatively bland and easy to put together and try to add some zip to it. I think it sort of did the trick. I mean, it definitely made it a great looking beer. It's beautiful. But as for the blueberries, adding any sort of flavor or aroma to it, it sort of fell flat. So, yeah, so there we go. My distaste for blueberries and beer sort of continues. I'm not really surprised, to be completely honest, but you know, sometimes for the sake of science, you sort of got to take a stab at things. So that was my attempt. But yeah, other than that, guys, any other fruits you want to see me throw in beer, message me down below. I'm not a big, I normally don't do that sort of thing, but I'm always open to try things. So, so yeah, like the video, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that fun stuff. Follow me along. Website's changed to .ca. So yeah, it's sexton-brewing.ca now. So, and until next time, guys, have yourselves a good one, and we'll see you later. Cheers.